Hello everyone. The following presentation is a report on the management scholar Chester Barnard, brought to you by Mark McLaughlin on behalf of Group 3. Chester Barnard is often referred to as one of the management pioneers and is most well known for his book, The Functions of the Executive. This book is highly acclaimed as one of the most influential books on management and leadership. Born to a poor but intellectual family, Barnard attended Harvard University in the early 1900s, but had to drop out due to financial reasons. He began working at American Telephone and Telegraph, now AT&T, where he ascended the ranks to become the president of the New Jersey Bell Telephone Company. He also secured top leadership positions for other organizations, including the USO, National Science Foundation, and the Rockefeller Foundation. Barnard introduced the concept of organizations as complex social systems and presented a systems approach to the study of organizations. According to Malcolm and Hartley, his organizational theories drew from psychology, sociology, human relations, and others. He believed that cooperation, cross-training, authenticity, trust, personal responsibility, and leadership adaptability were critical in order for an organization to be successful. Barnard emphasized that management is responsible for securing cooperation and trust among the groups and individuals within an organization. His acceptance view of authority is often cited by management scholars. He believed that executive or corporate authority is only accepted by a person if the communication is easy to understand, if the person believes the message is in line with the goals of the organization, if the message is in line with their personal interests, and if they are able to comply with the message. He also believed that incentives were important to keep individuals engaged and performing to the best of their abilities. In addition to monetary incentives, he discussed persuasion techniques to improve motivation by appealing to their sense of duty and working for the greater good. Barnard's take on the role of the executive is interesting as it focused more on the human connectivity of an organization instead of top-down management. He believed an executive should be able to communicate effectively and consistently to all members of an organization, as well as create meaning for all individuals and groups. He thought an executive should be a teacher with a great imagination and ability to be understanding. He also believed the executive was ultimately responsible for making sure work gets done and people are doing their jobs accordingly. Barnard was and is still considered to be a pioneer of innovation. Prior to his works, a commitment to interdisciplinary activities did not exist, according to Gale, and in fact there was zero recognition for intellectual ability, without possessing the proper academic certifications. Barnard classified organizations as cooperative systems. He defined these cooperative systems as open-ended, natural, dynamic systems of cooperative effort, and they were required to meet two conditions for longevity. These two conditions were effectiveness and efficiency. The aspects of the cooperative system included a similar and personal overall organizational purpose, satisfaction of individual motives to achieve individual contribution, and a process of communication by which it would be possible to collaborate and unite all parties. Contributors to the cooperative effort included investors, suppliers, employees, distributors, customers, and managers. With 2016 marking the 78th anniversary of the functions of the executive, Mahoney and Godfrey maintain that Barnard's work still provides a valuable perspective on the causes and potential solutions to the challenges facing capitalism, business, and management consequent to the scandals and financial crises of the early 21st century. They continue to suggest that Barnard would see a systematic failure of the moral dimension of organization as a driver of these crises. It is the belief of Mahoney and Godfrey that as we look forward, unique insights and solutions can still be found in functions of the executive and applied to the ongoing challenges in business and the morality of managers. As documented by Mahoney, Kenneth Andrews, an authoritative author on Barnard, states that the function of the executive remains today, as it has been since its publication, the most thought-provoking book on organization and management ever written by a practicing executive. Mahoney goes on to add that Barnard was consciously contributing toward a science of organization. Barnard's ideas are applicable to today's organizations. We've included our own personal examples. At USC, the concept of the Trojan family isn't just for USC's admission brochures. Rather, it's a way of life that infiltrates every level of the organization. USC places a huge emphasis on taking care of the people that make up the organization: faculty, staff, students, alumni, community members, etc. This is similar to Barnard's approach in that it acknowledges the organization as a dynamic social system, like a family, to organize, communicate, and create shared goals and contributions among the many individuals that make up the organization. Many of Barnard's ideas are also seen throughout Panasonic's own basic management objective in the 7 basic business principles of founder Konosuke Matsuda. The 7 basic business principles are based on Matsuda's belief that success can only be achieved if all employees understand what they are doing and why. It was his desire that everyone in the organization have a sense of purpose, a clear direction, and a firm basis for tackling problems in an ever-changing world. He believed that these principles, based on a philosophy that respects nature and society, are applicable to any country in the world at any time. These principles are very much in line with the thinking of Barnard and incorporate many of the same virtues and management ideals. And finally, the Disney way has always been focused on providing superior customer service, a business model that has been successful for more than 90 years. As Walt Disney once said, "Whatever you do, do it well."